We're not necessarily that good. So...
7 damage.
Wait, what was that?
You did 777 damage.
Indeed I did.
Fucked.
And so this is the biggest middle finger of this area. Those dudes that shoot magic at you have insane range and get aggroed as soon as you get into their line of sight. Which is basically as soon as you take any step forward. They know where you are. It's that crazy. And when you think they're all gone, there's still one more there. There's still one more staring at you, giving you the evil eye.
These headshots, though.
No! Go! In my back! In my friggin' back! Damn it.
Is this the 50th Shrek?
That is indeed Shrek. Ladies and gentlemen, let everyone know it has happened. The monumental moment has indeed happened. We have hit Shrek 50! We can now officially call this very stream, or should I say this very episode of the Naked Soul Run 50 Shreks of Grey.
50 Shreks of Grey.
Or in our case, probably 50 Shreks of Green, because that's what we're slowly turning into.
50 Shades of Shrek.
50. Yeah, that's it. 50 Shades of Shrek. We've got it. We've got it here tonight. Get it to the Steam page. 50. Oh God. Do it.
See, now that I reached that point where okay, I'm not scared anymore. I just want to progress. I reached that point about 10 minutes into Outlast.
Yeah.
So, is Alien better than Outlast for that
I
sort of
would
thing?
personally say yes. And wow, I died again. This area is terrible.
Area 51.
This area is friggin' hell.
Because you died 51 times. Oh!
We're now getting towards 100. Oh god. Maybe. It might happen.
Halfway there.
Whoa! Yeah.
I was thinking just that. Yeah, it stands to reason that it would be good. You've got, you know...
Oh god. Oh god, am I dead again?
Guillermo del Toro. I hope I said it right.
Yep. Guillermo!
That means it's gonna look effing weird.
Which is great.
You have...
Pyramid Head's gone wild, you know what I'm talking about.
You have, Hideo Kojima.
And I died again.
Which means that it will have some, again, effing weird gameplay, you know.
So true.
Or it's going to be like a Kojima Productions, you know, level of interactivity where it's like, you know, have so much depth to it. When did that happen to me in Dark Souls 1? And I just had a vivid flashback of accidentally jumping off of a bridge in New Londo and like dying like with no souls, like dying on the way back to my souls in New Londo after accidentally jumping off of a bridge.
Ah, New Londo.
That's a switch the game off moment and come back later.
Yeah. I think my first switch the game off moment in the original Dark Souls was I think it was Capodemon. My first time I took on Capodemon, and this was my first play session of the game, and it was the first time taking on Capodemon, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna come back to it later, but I'm done. And yeah, that was like my number one, probably like the most rage intensive moment I had at that point. Then I got nothing. I didn't have any other rage intensive moments until I hit Ornstein and Smoke for the first time, and utterly went crazy.
I think by the time I got to Ornstein and Smoke, I knew there was a ring in the game that made you roll much better.
Yeah.
And it turned your roll into a cartwheel.
Cartwheel.
A cartwheel. It turned your roll into a cartwheel. And as soon as I was like, oh, you can play this game like Devil May Cry and you know, base your character on dodging as opposed to blocking. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, now I'm interested. And then I decided that when I get to that fight, I'm going to have this ring. And then I looked up how to get this ring. And you got to kill a ninja. You got to kill the companion of Shiva of the East.
Alright.
My first switch off moment was for PlayStation 2 on Sly Cooper 3, the final boss.
Yeah, I just saw that from Thompson.
Not played Sly Cooper 3.
Sly Cooper 3 is a bit of a interesting one. It's one of those games in a series where you either have the people that really like it, or the people that really detest it, just because it's number 3.
I remember, the whole Jack series and the Sly series and the Ratchet and Clank series. These are series of platformers that were out at the time. I remember not being interested in any of them at the time when they first came out, but then I watched the Games Done Quick streams.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, I saw
Those
them on
guys are
there and it was
brilliant.
like, wow, these actually look really good. I should have got these.
That, I have to admit, it was those guys streaming those really awesome games really quick. Which, ironically, that's what it's called, Awesome Games Done Quick. Because they do Awesome Games Done Quick in the summer, and then do Winter Games Done Quick in the winter. And it's all for charity, and it's fantastic. And they have some of the best speedrunners for basically any game you can think of. I think one of the most entertaining ones I saw was someone doing a speedrun of Super Meat Boy, and it was literally so fast that it made me think, I died so many times just in the first stage alone, but this guy's just nailed the 5 bajillion levels. How? I think I've heard it from someone where they've said it takes true talent to suck really bad at video games, but it takes insane talent to complete a good or bad game insanely fast. With no, I'm dead again, you stupid arc-shaped dicks! You can't. God damn it. I am not happy with this area. Now you're starting to see why I hate this. It's this bad. You need range to take these guys out so that before they kill you. But that last one, you can't kill it without being attacked by 2 archdrakes at the same bloody time. It's yeah, and that was the Marge Simpson impression levels of anger. Sorry about that, Sean. Went out of nowhere.
53.
Oh yeah, I have to change that to 53. Get a really badass piece of armor which can scale really well into late game, and potentially be your late game armor set that you finish the game with, but have such a bad equipment. Well, not have a terrible equipment load, but have an equipment load where you probably have to go to dex weapons or have the soldier's ring on that increases your equip load and all that jazz, and making a build around the armor, which I personally don't like doing in Souls games.
And I think I finished Dark Souls 1 wearing the black cloak. I forget what it's called. Is it the gold hemmed black?
Oh yeah, I actually really like that armor set. It's really good.
I finished the game wearing that because it was resistant to fire and Gwyn hits you with fire.
Yeah, and it's actually quite resistant against. It's nice resistance against poison and curse as well. It had really nice just base resistances.
It's funny. I was wearing the fire resistant cloak when I linked to the fire. Does that mean the first flame is now crap?
Does that mean that there was a very slight chance that you could have survived?
A new first flame. It was rubbish.
The first flame. Is that it? Is that it?
Yes, because the chosen undead was wearing the gold-hemmed black robes, said this age of fire will be half as long as the last.
Fun times. Yeah, I have to ask Sean, when you're playing a Dark Souls game, or a Souls game in general, what do you like doing build-wise as your first initial build going through the game?
Well, I've only done Dark Souls 1 once, but
I'm gonna try a different tactic this time.
basically I ended up with the Ninja Ring,
Oh yeah,
the Havel Ring,
nice.
and
Oh,
basically I knew about the Black Knight Halberd going in, and I wanted that. So and now this is not a joke. This is no word of a lie. The very first time I ran into the Black Knight in the forest, the very first time I ran into him, I killed him, and he dropped his Black Knight Halberd.
Yeah.
And apparently, him dropping his Black Knight Halberd, the speedrunners have difficulty getting him to do that. And it's like only a 30% chance that it'll happen. But it happened, and the Black Knight Halberd on the very, very first ever time playing through the game. I ran into the Black Knight in the forest, and
Oh yeah.
And
That pain though.
I have his weapon, and then it turns out the Black Knight Halberd is the most powerful weapon in the game when you upgrade it. And I decided I would play it like it was a Platinum Games action game, where
Oh yeah.
you put on very, very light armor, you know, and your game is based on dodging and rolling, and not necessarily blocking. And I went through the whole game with the two-handed Black Knight Halberd and like leather armor.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds like what I did.
But like no helmet. Oh no, it was the gargoyle helmet, because it was so light. Gargoyle helmet, like leather armor. Oh, you know, the torso.
I hit the second bonfire!
I forget.
We're done with it!
Yeah.
I finally made it!
We can like stop talking about nonsense now and actually
Talk about... Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
But continue your story. By all means.
Yeah. So anyway, I ended up with two-handed Black Knight Halberd. The stamina regen shield was equipped, but I wasn't actually holding
Using
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were still getting the stamina recovery bonuses from it.
Yes.
That's why I like it.